Jeff here, your reviewer of New England Brews. Welcome back for another review of a beer from Maine, from Peak Organic out of Maine. This is their Maple Oat Ale. And the Maple Oat Ale comes in at an ABV of 5.25%. There's a little description here on the side, which I will read to you. It says, with Maine-grown Grandy oats and maple syrup from Vermont's Butternut Mountain Farm, our Maple Oat Ale is a celebration of organic agriculture and local farmers. This special release ale has a dynamic mouthfeel with a hint of maple in the finish. Well, that sounds rather enticing, don't you think? Although maple syrup season is usually winter, late winter, early spring, around March or so. So a maple type ale, to me, it seems like it would come out at that time of year, but then again, maybe not. Maybe there's a reason it came out at the end of the fall of 2010. So this does have one of those foil tops, which are never my favorite things to open, so I need to open those carefully. I'm going to pour it into a McSorley's glass. So let's see. If I take this off carefully, we shall see if I don't get any foil in there. That's why I always do these very carefully, not a quick pop off. Seems to have done the trick. There. What do you think of that? Okay. A little bit of smoke coming out of there, a little bit of a head building up in the neck of the bottle. Let's give it a pour. Oh, I still see some smoke in the glass too, which is always a nice little added piece. All right. There it is. Put her up here, maybe you can see a little better. All right, the color on this is it's actually, first of all, it looks kind of on the slightly hazy, cloudy side, murky. You know, you can't really see through it really well, but you can definitely also get the hints of an amber orange color and some fairly regular upwardly mobile carbonation. Not a whole lot of a head. The head here is really about a pinky finger, and it's going down really quickly too. So let's give it a whiff. Definitely the maple is something that you notice in here. It's not what I would say is the predominant aroma, but it definitely stands out to some degree. It's not much in the way of hops. There's kind of a slight barley grain feeling going on as well. Well, let's give it a taste. It's a light body. It's kind of a thin body, actually. But most definitely, the maple is more noticeable in the taste than it is in the aroma, I think. It's definitely got that maple sweetness going on. Not a caramel sweetness, but a maple sweetness. Maybe sort of a barley oat sort of graininess going on as well. Very smooth body, but very light. It's smooth, kind of like silky smooth, you know, soft, a soft weight body. I guess that's one way to put it. But it's maybe a little on the tart side. I don't really catch much in the way of hops. It's really more the maple sweetness and the barley oats going on here, which I guess makes sense considering it's called you know, Maple Oat Ale. So it does have a bit of a tart, kind of sour aftertaste after sitting there for a minute. It's not a bad beer. It's you know, maple beers are beers that I can live with them. They're not really. I like maple syrup. I put it in a lot of my own waffles and things like that. But when it comes to mixing it into a beer, it just it's not really my first choice when it comes to a sweetener of some kind. It does add sort of its own characteristic because of that, but generally speaking, maple oats or maple flavored beers are not really right up high on my list. But this isn't too bad. A little on the sour tart side maybe. Very light body, and the head goes down quickly, so it's not a bad beer. I mean, it's you know, it's drinkable enough. Probably something that would go well with a nice you know, snack food of some kind, you know, that you might be having. So there you have it. That is from Peak Organic. This is their Maple Oat Ale. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.